So you ready?
Ready.
We got a okay show for you tonight. Okay show. Yay.
He
It's
said,
okay.
okay. Shit
And
ain't trash.
oh, it's not trash. It was actually pretty damn good.
Yeah.
We're gonna start off with the fallout from Deadline.
Yep.
This is this was this was a show. That's all I can say about it. This was a show. That's all I can say. Like I can't explain anymore. There's stuff that happened that I'm just like, yeah, this was a show. This was a show.
I
So
did I did like that. Like, was it the ending? No, no, I'm
we'll,
asking you, was that the
we'll
ending?
we'll get to it when we get to it. We'll get to the show. We'll get to the show. So it started off with Julia, and Julia comes out to say, "Hey, I want the title." Then Roxy shows up and says, "You're not gonna get the title." Then out of nowhere, I keep forgetting this girl exists because she just disappears. Corey Jade showed up.
He's been gone for so long. It's like, what the hell?
Yeah, it's so random. Like she just shows up, and then Corey says, "You know what? Your friend isn't gonna help you because they show Stephanie Becker and she's laid out." And they're like, "Uh, but you know who came out to help her? You know who came out to help her out of all people?
Ooh.
Kalani Jordan."
Yay.
Dude, I was so baffled. I was so fucking baffled. And it's nothing against Kalani Jordan, but it's like you don't seem like you fit. You don't seem like you fit here.
Like, honestly, I expected Zarya to come out to help because the three of them fit the mold. Like, they're the newcomers.
That's what I thought too. That's what I'm like. Why is this happening? Why is this happening? It was so. I was like, what is happening?
Kalani been there like what, a year or two?
No,
2 years?
Kalani been there for like 3 or 4 years, and it's like
Okay.
I'm just so confused. Like, what made them just say, "Hey, it's Kalani"? Like I said, it's nothing against Kalani. It's just like she wasn't what I was picturing to be thrown in this thing,
Yeah.
and especially like at the end of the match, what happens? You're like, so what was the point? Like it's. I swear to God, it's just like one of those confusing things. So that was that. Then we had something that was really fucking hilarious. This is really fucking hilarious because there's a bunch of guys. They're sitting there watching Ethan Page talk about I'm sad, I don't know what I'm gonna do. And they're all in the back just looking at this. And Tony D'Angelo walks up and goes, "Oh shit, this kind of fucked up." So he walks over to Ethan Page and goes, "Yo," he's like, "Listen." He's like, "Yo, I see you down on your luck or whatever." Ethan Page sitting there all sad. And he goes, "What if I give you a title shot?" Ethan Page goes, "Man, I don't even think I deserve this. I kind of suck." So Tony Angelo goes, "All right, fuck it. Who wants a shot?" Everybody just starts yelling. Ethan Page's like, "No, no, no. You know what? I'll take it. I'll take it." That, dude, that was
Like,
hilarious.
it don't matter what title it is. Why shut it down? Like, the boy was trying to be good to you.
Exactly. Like it was so dumb. Like the whole thing was so stupid. And it was at that moment, and I know you had the same exact thought,
What?
that we both was like, yeah, even Page is going to win a North American Championship.
100%. 100%.
So then we get Lexus King talking to Charlie Dempsey. And he's like, "Listen, man," he was like, "I've been trying to do good and it's all because of you. I followed your advice, blah, 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 blah." And Charlie Dempsey's like, "Yeah," he's like, "No, that's kind of cool. Sure."
Like, is
And I'm
Charlie a
like,
face or a heel? Because, like, it's like he don't give a fuck about anything. Like, I like you,
but
but whatever.
that's why the next part was like, this is why I'm like, okay, they're faces now. because the rest of the quarter catch crew comes up and Charlie just goes, Miles, Tavion, I'm so happy you guys did really great. Even though you didn't win the tag titles, you did great. And Ren, you were so amazing. He's like, yeah, you kept getting locked in the thing, but you were so amazing. You're doing good. And it's like, you're praising them for losing, so that's definitely a face thing.
He was like proud for like normally someone would yell.
Yeah. And then out of the mud showed up and they basically challenged him. And I was like, okay. Good,
I need
I
a
guess.
member like to face like that whole crew.
So then we had Wesley versus Javon Evans. And this was everything that I wanted it to be. And I was surprised because I thought that they were gonna do the thing where they were gonna make Wesley beat Javon Evans, but Javon beat Wesley. So that's good. I have a theory. I still have a theory for something that I'm gonna talk about later on. So I have a theory. And
Okay.
we're gonna talk about it later on. Then we get Fraxiom and they're talking. And I actually was like, damn, dog. He was like, I feel bad about what happened at the Iron Survivor match. You got your face busted. Like, damn, I feel bad for you. He's like, yo, I got an idea. And Nathan Fraser goes, you know what? I got an idea too. And they both leave separately and walk away. And I'm not even gonna lie, I didn't even think about what the idea could be. But when, but when I found out, I was laughing my fucking ass off because it's just the dumbest shit. Just the
I have a
dumbest
question
shit.
when we get there though, because
Uh
like
huh.
there's a heel in this situation, and when I tell you my theory, you're gonna be like, "What the fuck?"
Okay. So then we get Briggs, and he's talking about his partner, and they're gonna go run through the tag division. Yeah, it is what it is. I mean, they hyped them up. I mean, they brought up the Noah stuff, so that hyped them up. I'm like, all right, cool. So
Maybe because I'm not like a Noah person, but I didn't care.
no, I mean, I cared, but like also they threw you guys together as a tag team. You went into this tag team battle royal and they did nothing with you, so it didn't even matter. Like
Yeah,
nothing mattered. Like so it didn't feel like, yeah, I care. It was like they threw you in a battle royal. You guys did nothing. You wasn't even mentioned in a battle royal. So why should I care that you're a tag team now when they should have been doing this tag team prep before you went in the battle royal? Now it's like I don't care.
exactly.
So then we had an interview with Julia and Stephanie Vicaire. Now, you guys are like, wait, what? Didn't she get injured? Yes, she did. This was an interview with Kalani Jordan, but the name screen said Julia and Stephanie Vicaire. That's what it said. It literally said that.
Like I seen it, but I'm like, am I fucked up? Like I didn't even mention it because I thought like I fucked up.
It was there. And then we had Zarya talking to Sol Ruka. And then last, Jakara Jackson showed up and basically set up a match for them next week.
It's gonna be a good match.
I was literally confused because I'm like, all right, isn't Jakara and Lash going up to the main roster soon? So what's the point? But I guess like give them something to do for a week or two. I guess
Yeah.
because
Plus, main roster interacts with NXT once in a while too, so that could be a thing.
yeah. So then we had Tank and Hank versus Ty and Ty, and this match was good. I just didn't like the post match.
Oh, okay.
Also, I didn't like the winners of this match either because I felt like Tank and Hank they won the match, but I feel like they could have took the loss to Ty and Ty and made them feel special. So after the match, Tank and Hank go to shake Ty and Ty's hand. One of them says, "All right, I'll shake your hand." The other one's like, "Man, fuck this," and left. And it's like, okay, are they gonna turn heel? What's happening here?
Good tie, evil tie.
But the thing is, they've done this so much in WWE as of the like last week or so. It's like I don't want to see this again. Like I like those two as a tag team. I like Tyne Tie as a tag team. I just don't. This just felt weird to me. It just felt weird. I didn't like it.
Like if they're doing anything with it, break them up. I don't want them both to go heel because we already had that with like two other teams or whatever. So SmackDown and Raw, for that matter, we don't need it on NXT.
Hmm. Then we got Obafemi, and Obafemi came out and he said, "Listen, I won the Iron Survivor. Now it's time for me to take the title." And then Trick comes out, and him and Trick go back and forth. And Trick's like, "Man, I'm not scared of you." And Oba said, "It's fine because you're only champion because I allowed it. I let you be champion. I was doing other things. I let you do this because I know at the end of the day, when I want to, I can take your title and it's over." And Trick
That
just
shit
starts
hurt.
trying, dude. Like when he said that, I was like, I believe him. Like I don't have a reason not to. I believe him. Then Eddie Thorpe came out, and Eddie Thorpe says, "Yo, Oba, you attacked me." He's like, "Yo, I can't believe you got a title shot." Blah 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 blah. And Oba's like, "I didn't attack you. What are you talking about?" And he's like, "No, no, no. The person who hit me was strong, and he knocked me out, and I know it was you." So Oba was like, "I didn't do it." And this was the fucking weirdest thing. It was weird and it was disrespectful because Obafemi turns around and continues to talk to Trick, and him and Trick have a conversation. Eddie's in the ring. The crowd is just start chanting, "Eddie, go! Eddie, go!" Because he's just standing in the ring while they do the whole fucking promo battle.
Like get the fuck out.
Dude, that was so funny. But then Oba stopped talking and he left. And then Eddie Thorpe's like, "Damn, Trick, that's fucked up." And Trick's like, "What are you talking about?" He's like, "You ain't gonna call him out for attacking me? Like, you're supposed to be the locker room leader." He's like, "I looked up to you." He's like, "You were supposed to be the guy." He's like, "But you know what? I'm starting to realize you're not the guy. You wouldn't even last in Japan." He's like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" He's like, "You're supposed to take care of everybody because you're on top. You're the guy. What are you doing?" And Trick was like, "You know what?" He's like, "You talking all this shit. How about next week, me and you for the title?" And Eddie's like, "Okay." And I was just like, "Okay." That that didn't. I was like, that didn't make any sense at the time. It was like, all right, whatever.
Like he
So
like Trick was pissed for no reason. He knocked him
yes.
out.
So then we see Fatal Influence. They're talking about beating up Tatum and Gigi. And then Tatum and Gigi are walking. But this is a thing a lot of people didn't see. Tatum had a doll with green hair. And immediately,
Oh,
as soon as I seen the doll, I was like, "Oh, I know exactly what that means." And Izzy Dame showed up, and Izzy Dame said something to them, but Sean Spears and his crew walked up because they're trying to court Gigi. And then he starts talking to Izzy Dame, and it looks like he's going to recruit Izzy Dame. It's like, huh.
I'm okay with that. It gives her something to do.
Yeah, and I was really shocked because I was like, huh. Like, they need a girl in their crew, but like, Izzy is just like somebody who doesn't have anything to do and like wasn't somebody that I thought like even existed. And then when they added her to this, I was like, oh, this could be a thing.
Honestly,
So,
she should have got called up with Kiana and whatever. That way she would have had something to do in the main roster.
I mean, I think she needs more time in NXT, so I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
So then we had Fatal Influence versus Gigi and Tatum. and Fatal Influence gets the win because it's more of Fatal Influence than it is Gigi and Tatum.
Yep.
And then they just start beating them up after the match. And my suspicions were correct because Shotzi Blackheart showed up and helped even the odds. So now she's with Tatum and Gigi. How do you feel about that?
I was happy. I didn't see the doll, so it was a shocker to me. So had I seen a doll, I would have been like in the same page as you. So it was great to see Shotzi back. So hopefully this goes somewhere though, like and quick though, because I think Shotzi deserves more than this particular storyline. Maybe a match against Fallon for the title.
Probably will. Like
Yeah.
this was really good. So then we got to one of the funniest parts. We have Axiom and Nathan Frazier, and they're sitting down, and Axiom's talking to Nathan Frazier, and he goes, "Hey man, I went to go talk to Ava. You know what? Because of what happened to you, I got a match against Obafemi." And Nathan Frazier goes, "Oh, uh, when's the match?" "Next week." Nathan Frazier goes, um, Maxim's like, "What?" He's like, "I got us a tag team title match because I felt bad for letting you down at the tag team match, and I wanted to prove that we could be better. So I got us a tag team title match next week." And Maxim's like, "Dude, what the fuck?" And he's like, I'm sorry." He's like, "I'm sorry." He's like, "What the fuck?" And he just walks off. I was like, "Oh my god, this is so fucking hilarious."
Will they ever be on the same page? Because even when they get along, they're not on the same page.
Dude, and that's the funniest part, but I love it so much because they keep fucking up, and it's like they're gonna break up, and then they go have a tag team title match and win
Yeah.
clean with no problem. You're like, these guys are so fucking awesome. They need to keep fighting.
Right? Now, here's my thing, right?
Uh huh.
Now, I'm gonna ask you, who do you think is the heel?
You think that Axiom is the heel?
No, I think
Okay.
Ava Rain is the fucking heel.
Oh no,
Cause,
Ava is definitely the heel.
cause, okay, Axiom just asked you for a match, but then Nathan asked you for a match. Like whatever order it was, whether like Nathan asked first or Axiom asked first, right? Wouldn't you, as the general manager, tell the other one, yeah, but your boy just asked for this match. So, what I mean, do you really want to do this? Like, let them know.
She did not, and she did not care.
So she's the true heel in this story.
Yes. And I see them losing the tag team titles. I have a tag team in mind.
Okay.
I have a tag team in mind, but I think that they'll lose the tag team titles.
You're right, because
But
they never said who it was against either. That's a good point.
yeah, so then we have All Ego Ethan Page versus Tony D'Angelo for the North American Championship.
Jesus.
This was hilarious because Ethan Page lost, even though it was like so obvious he was gonna win. It's like he's gonna win the North American Championship, and he lost. So I was in shock.
Now instead of all ego, it's no ego. The man broken.
So then we had Ryan Leaf talking to Lexus King, and he's talking to Lexus King, and him and Lexus King are talking, and Lexus King's talking about, man, your inspiration, blah blah blah, yada yada yada. So Charlie Dempsey walks up to Lexus King and goes, "Hey bud, I was looking for you. You know what? I'm gonna give you a shot at the Heritage Cup next week." "All right, cool, bye." And he just walks off. Like that's it. Like that's how you feel. Oh, okay.
Like I forget the wording, but it sounded like he asked him for a favor first. That's what I took. I could be totally wrong about that, but I swear I heard that.
No, he asked him to work out with him.
Oh, okay.
That's what he asked for. And then he was gonna give him a title shot.
Cool.
So when we seen Ethan Page and he's sad, he doesn't know what to do. He's lost. He's like, I don't know what to do. He's like, I can't figure this out. I have to go north. I'm really lost. I can't remember who I am. And he's very confused. And I'm just like, yeah, I kind of got an idea what you could do, pal. I I do have I do have a good idea what you could do. I mean, just went on this walk and it was just like I kind of know what you should do.
Walk of shame.
No, that was a walk of shame. That like I kind of figured like the next move that he's gonna make is going to shock some people, but if you're paying attention, it's not gonna shock you. If you're paying attention to this podcast, you're not gonna be shocked. You'll be like, oh, I know exactly what you were trying to put down. I'm picking up what you're putting down. Like if somebody right now is listening, like, no, I got it. I got what you did there. But yeah, this is it's gonna happen. He's remembering who he is. So yeah, I can't wait. Um, then we had the main event tag team match: Roxy and Cora Jade versus Kalani Jordan and Julia. And the match ends with Julia pinning Roxy. Okay, cool. But then like Kalani Jordan just gets thrown out and they're beating up Julia. And all of a sudden, Stephanie Vicaire comes out and beats up Cora. And it's like, so what was the point of having Kalani there if she's just gonna get thrown out and Stephanie's just gonna show up and beat the shit out of her? What what's the point?
There was none. Just to
Like,
like give her a random tag team partner.
yeah, because like they just threw Kalani on the floor and she was gone, and then Cora Jade gets beat up by Stephanie Vicaire, which sets up their match for whenever they're gonna have a match. But it's like, what was the point in putting Kalani in this? I don't know, man. It is what it is.
Yeah. Stephanie
So,
versus Coral is gonna be a nice match though, however. But
oh
I
no,
don't like how they got there.
yeah, it's definitely gonna be a nice match, but it just was like you sacrificed Kalani for nothing. So it was like, okay. So let me go back to the back. And we see Eddie Thorpe signing a contract for him to get a title match next week. He signs the contract and he goes, I deserve this. I should have this. This is what I always wanted. So Ava just says, listen, Eddie, I know things have been rough around here. I know shit has been crazy, but we're going to find the person who attacked you. And Eddie is still looking at the contract and says, there's no need. I know who attacked me. And she was like, wait, who? You're looking at him. And she's like, wait, what? And then he goes, yeah. He was like, I took myself out. So I didn't have to be the Iron Survivor for 25 minutes. I got my title shot. I didn't have to go through none of the bullshit. I got my title shot. I did what I had to do. I got my title shot. I don't care. This is on you. And I just laughed so fucking hard because this is all her fault, but he is the smartest motherfucker in the goddamn world. That's fucking
I
smart.
text you, I was like, this motherfucker.
He's like, this was so good because it was perfectly planned out. He got out of this and still got his title shot without doing a goddamn thing. That's great.
Yes. Yes. That was fucking awesome. I love that part. That made the whole show, in my opinion.
Like it was a lot of things that made the show good, but like that was the thing that like put it over the top. Was like, yeah, this is a good show
Yes.
because when he did that, I was like, yeah, like that all like it wasn't like it came out of left field. It was like, hey, this is random and this happened, and it's like, no, this made sense. Like he's been getting screwed over for the last couple of weeks, and now he's getting his revenge by sidestepping everything and getting the title match that he wanted. This is like it makes sense. It makes perfect sense. I was like, yeah, no, I get it. Like I love this.
Genius.
Yes, fuck it. It was just fucking awesome. So that was the NXT side of the podcast. Now we go on to bigger and better things. Cause winter is coming again.
The
And
best Winter's Coming was the one with Sting. Like that was the most memorable. Like I forget all the others, to be honest with you.
yeah, like all of them are just like dynamites, and they're just like random dynamites. They're just dynamites. Like they're not nothing special.
Yeah.
And even in this one, it just felt short. It just fell short. Like that's all I can say. It fell short. We'll get to it. It had some funny moments, but like it fell short because like there's a lot of stuff that I'm confused about. But it's like whatever. It fell short. We'll get to it. So
But I am
it's
correct about that, right? Like Sting was the only good one, right? Like when Cole
yes,
and them came in, that wasn't Winter's Coming, correct?
no, that wasn't
Okay.
Winter's Coming.
Okay.
So it starts off with the Death Riders, and the Death Riders come out because they're going to face off against Jay White and Orange Cassidy. So while this is going on, we see Christian and the patriarchy in a suite up at the top. And the whole time I'm like, okay, whatever's gonna happen is not gonna make any fucking sense. And it didn't because it didn't make no fucking sense. So while the match is going on, Christian sends the patriarchy away, so he's just watching the match by himself. So we're having a tag match, and the match is going, and all of a sudden, Hangman shows up. Okay,
Like what the
Hangman
hell?
just getting, yeah, Hangman's like this makes it makes sense because of all the stuff that's been happening, but it doesn't make sense that Hangman is just like doing what he's doing. Hangman just starts beating the shit out of everybody, Wheeler Yuta, like the Mox crew. Then he just like punches Orange Cassidy, and then he just like gets hit by Jay White. Then they all get laid out by fucking Mox World Order. It is like, okay, what was the fucking point?
Like why did he hit Orange? Like to my knowledge, he don't have beef with Orange. That's the only one he doesn't have beef with until now.
Like Orange is just standing there and he just turns around like he's beating up Yuta and beating up fucking Pac. He just turns around, pow, just punch. Like the fuck did you hit him for? And when Jay White didn't even try to hit fucking. He didn't even try to hit Hangman. He just was like, "What the fuck did you do that?" Hangman hit him. They start brawling, and then the shit that fucking pissed me off when Jay White just turned around and hit the Blade Runner on Orange Cassidy. It's like he had nothing to do with this. You helped. I'm confused. It was so baffling. I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't fucking know.
Me neither.
So then we had Benedito promo where he's fighting these guys that's trying to arrest him outside in the cold with his shirt off, doing bandito moves to random people. This shit was fucking great. It was great because it was fucking hilarious. It was great.
Logically, isn't he a bad guy?
Basically because he's a bandit. That's it. That's why.
Because they're trying to arrest him. So
Exactly. That's it. So then we get Moxley, and Moxley says, "Listen, you guys, you know what? You've been talking shit. I don't like you. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make this a four-way. You guys, screw this. It's gonna be a four-way for the title. It's gonna be me versus Orange Cassidy, Hangman, and Jay White." And it was at that moment that I was like, you know, you're a heel, right? Like, why did you make this match?
That because like if he don't want to, he don't have to defend the title. He could just say, "Fuck it, I ain't giving none of you the title."
Exactly. And it was like so baffling. It was like, what the fuck did you do that for? But apparently he wants this match and he says he has a plan and he's happy for it. Okay.
You say,
Then Christian says, you know what? I don't care who wins. I am going to cash in and I'm going to win a title because I am your next undisputed champion. Blah blah blah. So all of a
question,
sudden uh huh.
like before you get to the next part, right there at that moment when he said that, did you think he was gonna make it a five way? Because for some reason I thought he was gonna make it a five way. Like, oh shit,
No, I didn't. That was not what I was thinking. Like he literally made it clear because he literally said,
you
"Whoever
catching?
comes out, I'm going to cash in on." That's what he said. That's what I was
Yeah,
like. I knew it wasn't gonna be. He said, "Whoever comes out, I'm cashing in on, and I'm going to be the champion." So he didn't care who won the four way. He just wasn't gonna cash in. So I knew it wasn't gonna be a five way.
okay.
So he goes to leave, and Hook breaks into the suite, beats his ass, chokes him out, whoops his ass some more, and then Skip Sabian and Nick Wayne show up. Hook almost gets beaten up by them, but somehow ducks out and runs. I
That
mean,
shit was chaotic.
it was chaotic and funny. So then we had Claudio Castagnoli versus William Ospreay in the Continental Classic match, and William Ospreay beat Claudio Castagnoli. So Ospreay got more points.
Good for Will.
Yeah. Towards the end of this segment, I have something to ask you that's been burning, going through a lot of circles recently.
Okay.
So then we had Ricochet. And Ricochet is talking about him having a match with Brody King later on, and he shows that he has MVP's card. I could be part of the Hurt Locker Syndicate. Ha ha! And then he leaves.
He literally did that laugh. Literally.
Yes. I was so mad. I was like, oh, okay, all
He's
right.
trying, but he still sucks.
I'm not a fan. So then we had MJF show up, and he pulled up in a car, and okay, good.
Who
Like
cares?
he's yeah, that's how I felt too. It was like, who cares? Because everything that he's involved with, like, just pissed me off. So then we have Matt Cardona, and Matt Cardona is saying, "Yeah, I'm gonna take the Ring of Honor title. I don't even care anymore." Yeah, I was like, all right, whatever, who cares? And Adam Cole comes out, and then Kyle O'Reilly's in the back, and the Kingdom come up and says, "Yo, listen, bro. We don't want you guys to fight. You guys don't have to do this. This is exactly what Max wants. He's not even here, and you guys are just fighting." And Kyle O'Reilly's like, "Listen, I don't even care. I'm going to fight." And he's just like, "But like, I'm going to fight now."
Now, that part kind of fucked me up
Okay.
because he's not even here. Wasn't the last segment him just getting there?
Okay, Dave fucking Meltzer. Because that's exactly who you are. Dave Meltzer and fucking Brian Alvarez argued for about an hour on this same shit. They argued on this same shit. It's not a fuck. This is not real. This is not real. Listen, they were
Okay.
getting ready for a match. They were getting ready for a match. They didn't see him show up, so they didn't know that he was there. That's why.
Okay. Okay, fine. I'm not gonna be like Dave because he probably argued that shit to death. That little bit of knowledge, that makes sense. So okay, they didn't know because they were doing something. That makes sense. Okay.
Wait, there's one other explanation, and it's
Okay.
really fucking funny
Okay.
because the kingdom could be working for MJF. That's the other explanation.
Okay. Also a valid explanation. Okay. Cool.
But I'm going with the first one because I do not want to see any more MJF with crews that mean nothing. So I just don't want that to happen.
Pinnacle anybody?
He had one before the Pinnacle. Like, what was the one before? He had another faction. I hate MJF with factions.
The Jericho crew.
Yeah, I hate MJF with people. Like, just let MJF be by himself and like no one around him.
Yeah.
So Adam Cole and Kyle O'Reilly, great match. And then MJF tried to get involved. It didn't mean shit. Adam Cole still wins, so he's going to face MJF after at World's End or for the ring or whatever. Who cares? Because I don't care about this feud. Like this feud sucks. Like it is nothing against Adam Cole. It's just they drug it out. It's been through so much shit. I just want it to end and them to move on to different people.
It should have ended when MJF came back and kicked Cole in the nuts. Done. Right there.
That could have been it and just left it that way.
Yeah.
So then the Kingdom get in the ring and they're telling Kyle, hey man, you should shake his hand. We could all be friends again and we move on. And Kyle says, no, I'm not doing this. One of our friends got hurt. I'm not doing this. I was like, all right, whatever, dude. That's how I felt. It's like, all right, whatever.
Who cares?
Well, then we get FTR, and they're cutting this impassionate promo because they're going to have Fight for the Fallen in Asheville, North Carolina, where they had the tornadoes, and all of the money is going to go to helping the people recover from the tornadoes. And they're doing that, and then they get back into wrestling mode. And they basically says, listen, Death Riders, we have no problems with you. And we don't like we just didn't want you to kill somebody in front of us. We have no problems with you. Also, if you guys have a problem with us, we'll be in collision. So if you have a problem with us, you can squash it there. And it's like, wait, you just said you don't have a problem with them. Why do you want them to have a problem with you? And why are you going to collision waiting for this fight? Like, I'm confused. What is this? Like, you just said something and then you just go exactly against it. That made no sense.
Should have just left it alone. Like, yeah, we had no problem with you. Done.
Yes, it is like, we have no problem. But if you got a problem with us, then you come see us over there and we'll be ready to fight. What? That, that, that just defeated the purpose of the first thing. I
Yep.
hate that. So we had Chris Jericho, and he said words. And Brian Keefe is going to face Matt Cardona on Rampage. All right, that's
Yay.
exactly what I took. That's exactly what I took from that. So then we had a Darby promo, and Darby was talking about how he watched Brian Danielson get murdered, and he didn't want that to happen to anybody else. And he basically says that AEW is his home. AEW is the lifeblood, and he said that younger guys are still trying to fight for this thing. They're still trying to fight. They're not just here for a check. And then he just like punches himself in the mouth until he starts bleeding and spits blood and says, I bleed for this. He's like, I'm going to do everything I can for this. He's like, Mox, I'm coming for the title. But you know what? Before that, I'm going to win the Continental Classic because the Continental Classic is so important to me. And everybody needs to know how important this is because this shows what AEW is all about. And at that moment, I was literally more confused than when he started. Not only could he punch himself in the face until he started bleeding, not that, but he talked about the Continental Classic like you win a title shot out of it. You don't.
You
You win
entitled.
that crappy belt. It has nothing to do with the world title. Like he set it up like, yeah, I'm gonna win the world title if I win this tournament. That's not how this tournament works. What do you like? What? I was confused.
To be honest with you, though, that's the way it should have been from the beginning. But it's not like that.
G1 is, but it's like they basically copied. But I'm just like, all right, whatever. So then we had Brody King versus Ricochet. And Brody King and Ricochet are fighting. Ricochet's starting to get booze. Brody King takes off the top turnbuckle by accident, and Ricochet uses it to get the win, and people booed the fuck out of him.
Yeah.
So, are you okay with Ricochet being a heel now?
It just starting out, so like I always love a good heel, but just starting out, so we see where it goes. Like, ask me that again in a few weeks. Like after the Continental Classic, because you really can't get a full heel in this classic thing, because you really can't cheat like that. You could take that as an accident too, you know?
No, no, no. He used it, and
I
he
know,
like he was on to it.
I know.
So then this was fucking hilarious because we go back to commentating, and Tony Schiavone says, "Yeah, we're gonna get words from Leo Rush and Action Andretti in the back now." They go to the back, and his private party sitting there with the titles, just chilling. And I'm like, wait, what is it? Leo Rush and Action Andretti supposed to show up? And then they show up and basically challenge private parties to the titles. I'm like, oh, okay. And then Top Flight Security comes up and says, you know what? I don't like the way you guys been acting. And Leo Rush says, you know what? Like, we're doing what we're supposed to do. And then Private Party says, you know what? You guys should fight, and the winners should face us for the tag team titles.
Who the heels?
Because they should just have a fucking three-way. Like, I was so mad because it's like, why are we doing this? Just have a fucking three-way and just let this happen. Like, it doesn't make any sense.
That would be an awesome three-way, to be honest with you, though.
Exactly. That's why I'm like, I just would rather have the three-way than any of the bullshit.
Funny
Because it
part,
felt.
probably in
Mhm.
that match, neither team wins, and it wound up being a three-way anyway.
I hope so. Like, I really hope so. Because, like, that would steal the show. Like, whatever show that's on, and it's probably going to be on World's End, that would steal the show.
Yes, 100%.
So then, once again, something that didn't make any sense, we have Mercedes Monet and Anna Jay. And they're doing a face to face. And Renee Young literally says, guys, there's no physicality. You guys can talk about whatever you want. No physicality. Mercedes just talks about, she says whatever she's saying. She's going to defend her title against Suzuki on Sunday. Whatever, whatever. She's talking, and then Anna Jay says, "You know what, Mercedes? Like, I'm gonna kick your ass. I'm gonna beat you." And what does she do? She fucking pushes Mercedes and the title. And it's like there's no physicality. That was physicality.
Like
I
that
was
little poke, yeah.
I was so mad. So then they did a little recap of Mina Shirakawa and Mariah May, and we get set up for the match. And then the match is happening, but Thunder Rosa is in the crowd with signs. And she just keep putting up signs. And she's like, not my champion, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, yeah, Thunder, we know that you're the next challenger. We know that you're the next challenger. You're the next challenger. And
Sign Girl Rosa.
yeah, so Mariah May beats Mina Shirakawa with the pile driver. One, two, three. She beats her. And she looks over in the crowd at Thunder Rosa. But all of a sudden, Tony Storm's music hits. And Thunder
Like
Rosa
like
holds up,
any Tony Storm.
yeah. Thunder Rosa holds up the sign and says, "What the fuck?" So Tony Storm is back. The original Tony Storm is back.
Yes.
And I'm thoroughly confused. I'm thoroughly confused.
That whole
Because like
situation confusing, but just one thing that you probably could take out of this though. How do you feel about the original Tony Storm back? That I could actually ask you.
that's the thing. We're not even sure if that's the original Tony Storm because what if she is like conflicted and she went back. She's so broken that she became that Tony Storm, but the timeless Tony Storm is still in there. We don't know what this character is going to be. If it's like
Oh,
truly she's back to this, or she's still hanging on to some of the timeless Tony Storm. We don't know any of this until Rampage. Yes, motherfucker, she's wrestling on Rampage. Her return matches on Rampage against Harley fucking Cameron. That's what they just did. They did that. They put her on Rampage. She shows her first match back is on Rampage against Harley fucking Cameron.
what the fuck?
I'm so done with this company. Like you bring back one of your biggest stars, and the first thing you do, I'm sticking her on fucking Rampage. I hate this so much. I hate this so much. And
Like she's like what, one of the top five like in that company in the women's division, in my opinion.
yes, and it's like it's so bad. It's like she should be a focal point of Dynamite or Collision or something, and be like, even if on Collision it feels like it's a step down, but at least it's not all the way down as Rampage.
Yeah.
So I I'm confused to why they're treating her like this. Like they did the same thing with Jamie Hayter, but like I'm I'm just over it. And then the biggest thing that confuses me is they're not even going to Tony Storm versus Mariah May. They're still going to Thunder Rosa versus Mariah May for the title. So Tony Storm's not even getting her title match right away. So what was the point in bringing her back? And you're going to Thunder Rosa, and it feels like you just shit on Thunder Rosa. This is to move her out of the way, but she's still getting a shot. Now, no matter what happens, nobody's gonna be like, "Oh, you know what? There's a shot that Thunder Rosa could win." So it just means nothing. Like her versus Mariah May means nothing because everybody's looking at, oh, we're waiting for Tony and Mariah, and like she's here, so we know that it's gonna happen, but it's not happening now because it's gonna be Thunder Rosa versus Mariah May. Oh, boo, we don't care. We're just waiting for the Tony Storm thing. So it just shits on fucking Thunder Rosa. What the fuck is the point? Like I don't get it. I don't fucking get it. Like I understand you want to hype up something, but you don't hype up something when you have a match already waiting in the wings that you already prepped and you have people going, "Oh, this is the next challenger." She's the next challenger, but people want to see Tony Storm, so nobody gives a shit about her being a challenger. It doesn't fucking make sense.
Like I feel like if they didn't do that, like, because of course me and you know that the plan was always gonna be Tony. You know, Rosa was not gonna win that shit, right? But to like the casual viewer and whatever, maybe they thought she had a chance. Now it's obvious Rosa's not winning that shit.
Yeah, 'cause, like, me and you, if they wouldn't have brought out Tony Storm, our thoughts would have been, okay, Mariah's gonna beat Thunder Rosa,
Yeah,
but who's gonna be the next challenger? Who's waiting in the wings after that? We would think like we would just go with the flow of this show. Like, okay, we're going to the next challenger. We're going to the next challenger. Then Tony Storm shows up like, oh shit, she's ready to fight Tony Storm.
yeah.
Now is she's going to Thunder Rosa, but Tony Storm's right here. So why aren't we getting a Tony Storm thing? Which is shitting on the match, and it feels like to me it's like, oh, we don't care about Thunder Rosa, even though she's one of the best in the business. We don't care about her, so we're just gonna squash her and say, hey, we still got Tony Storm and Mariah, and it's like that's not how you're supposed to do it. It doesn't feel like it feels like I feel so bad for Thunder Rosa,
Me
and this
too.
is like the second time something like this happened where like she had a moment that was about to come up and they just totally shit on it. I feel really bad for her. I
I'm
feel
glad you
really
pointed
bad
out
for her.
because I was just about to say like It's not the first time they've done that to her.
Exactly. And I I don't like I don't know. I'm not gonna say what I feel about this. But it just fucking confused the shit out of me because it's like it doesn't make any fucking sense. Like you should do better. Like this doesn't make any fucking sense.
Yeah.
I I just I just wasn't happy with it. I'm sorry.
I'm still not happy about it. And like we're like what, a day after?
Yeah. So that was that was the show for Dynamite.
Yeah.
And we still have Raw to talk about.
Yeah.
Before we move on, I do have to say that Athena is going to Japan. She's won her spot in the Ring of Honor show. Yeah.
Awesome.
I, yeah, if it was on TV, we would know, but hey, it's on that Ring of Honor show. Nobody's watching.
Would you know if she lost that title yet?
Oh, I would definitely know. And she still has the title. She's still undefeated. So, yeah.
Okay.
So now we go to Monday Night Raw. And this is the last Raw before Saturday night's main event.
Sir.
So it starts off with Gunther. And I don't think a lot of people notice this. Gunther had on regular clothes.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, okay, he's totally turning face because he has on jeans and a fucking sweatshirt, and it's like, nah, this guy's turning face. Because like heel Gunther is dressed up, this guy's just regular clothes and that up. It's like, yeah, no, he's definitely a face.
Like no suit. Like what the hell?
Yeah. So he's just talking shit about Finn, and Finn comes out with Dom and JD and the rest of Judgment Day, and Finn says some smart shit about Dom. Dom kind of looks at him like, "Oh shit, fuck you." So Finn, in a Judgment Day, try to attack Gunther, but Damian Priest shows up. Damian Priest starts beating everybody's ass. Finn gets knocked down. Fucking Gunther beats up Priest. Everybody just starts fighting, so everybody gets their ass beat. Finn winds up knocking out Gunther and taking out Damian Priest. Hits him with like four coups de grace, and I was so confused because why the fuck did Gunther have to punch Priest? Priest came to help you. Why the fuck do you hit him?
Basically. But you know why.
So
You know why. I text you about it. I'm not gonna say now, but yeah.
yeah. So then Adam Pierce comes and he's talking to the Judgment Day and he says, "Hey, you know what? Because of your little thing, it's now a three-way."
Exactly what I text you.
Yes. So they turned it into a three-way. Now Damian Priest is in it. Finn is pissed off, and he's like, "No, no, no." He's like, "What you should be worried about is defending your tag titles next week against the War Raiders." And Finn's like, "Shit." So Finn turns to Liv, and Liv goes, "What should we do?" Because we all win when we listen to Finn. And Finn was like, "You'll figure it out." And then he just walked away, and Liv starts laughing.
Because he's basically doing what everybody got mad at Damien for. He's trying to be the leader when he said there's no leader.
Yep. So then we get the Final Testament versus the Wyatt Six. And this match was a match, and the Wyatt Six lost to the Final Testament because Paul Ellering showed up, and it looked like he threw mist or dust, but to me it looked like ashes. He threw it in his face, and Bray Wyatt, I mean not Bray Wyatt, Bo Dallas got beat 1, 2, 3. Yeah.
Might as well be, bro. Like they're practically twins now.
So they beat the Wyatt Six. Hmm. Okay.
I swear, Ellering was done.
I did too, but apparently he's not. So
Yes.
okay. So then we had a sit down interview with Jackie and CM Punk. And CM Punk literally goes, I have no idea why this kid is mad at me. He's like, he's like, I'm very confused. He says, you know what? I trained him for no money. I literally was doing it for free. And he wanted to be just like me. I mean, while I was gone, I guess that was cool, but I'm back, so it doesn't matter. He's like, I just don't think about the kid. He's like, he's a kid. He's like, I, I don't care, and he just moved on. And I was like, damn, that's fucked up. He doesn't give a shit about him.
That hurts more than like him actually like berating him.
Yeah, it was bad. Like, I felt bad for Seth after that. I was like, damn, Seth, he doesn't give a shit about you. And
Same.
he made it clear. He was like, yeah, he was like, this is some kid that I trained. I made him be the person he is. He's like, he just wants to be me, but he can't be me because I'm me. So fuck out of here. I'm like, god damn, dude.
Like he made him like such a fucking punk, and not him.
So then we had Dakota Kai versus Liv Morgan. And this match was going, and then all of a sudden PFC showed up. And I was so baffled. I'm like, okay, so you're gonna beat up Dakota Kai when she doesn't have her crew around? Like, the fuck is the point? So then her crew does come around and save her. And it's like, okay. And EO shows up because she's part of Damage Control. So EO gets in a ring with Liv, and Liv winds up hitting the Oblivion, clears out EO, and Liv stands tall. And at that point, I was like, up, go home, math. But like I said, it was like at that point, I was like, go home, math.
Exactly.
So then we had a Drew McEntry promo. And Drew said, listen, after the Punk thing, I was a little banged up. I was injured. So I went home. And I was at home. And then I saw Survivor Series. He's like, I was looking at this. And part of me was getting pissed off. But then I thought about it. He said, Jimmy and Jay going back to Roman. That's cool because that's their family. Punk teaming up with them. He was had a favor from Paul Heyman. So I can't be too mad at that. But you know what I can be mad at? You, Sammy. You're like, what the fuck is wrong with you? After all the shit that they've done to you, you just go running back to them? He's like, Sammy, that's fucked up. He's like, so I'm gonna kick your ass. And I was like, he has a point.
Like since when these heels are wrong now? You have Kevin Owens all over SmackDown spitting the truth. You have Drew spitting the truth. Damn near Seth is damn near a heel too, spitting truth. Who lies anymore? Heels don't lie anymore.
I think the faces are the ones that lie.
Yeah.
It was like I was baffled because like Drew literally hit it on the head. He was right about everything.
Hmm.
So then we see Cody Rhodes coming out of Adam Pearce's office, and he bumps into the New Day, and he's just like, "Yo," he's like, "That shit wasn't cool." And Xavier goes, "I've known you forever, and he's like, our kid, you know what? I'm not even gonna say nothing," and he just walks off. He just walks off. Cause, like, why did Cody even say anything? Why was he mad?
Because everybody loves Big E.
I mean, that's true. So then we had Seth Rollins. And Seth Rollins comes to the ring and he just starts spitting truth about Punk. He said the only reason Punk is back because he didn't have nowhere to go. Punk showed up. Punk came back to wrestling because of the big check, which means Tony Khan. And he basically said that Punk is still a degenerate, Punk is an asshole, and he doesn't understand why Punk is here. He's like, I've been busting my ass for this company, and then you show up to try to be the guy. No, I'm the guy, and I'm not gonna let you take this from me. And then Sammy comes out, and this was so hilarious. Sammy comes out, and Seth looks at him and goes, Sammy, if you're not out here to apologize, what are you out here for? And Sammy just goes, listen, that's why I'm here to apologize. I was wrong. And then Seth goes, okay, cool, cool, cool.
Question: is that the
Yes,
first time someone actually asked for apology and actually got the apology and no issue like happened?
I think so. I think so. So then Sammy basically starts talking to Seth and he says, man, he was like, I understand you want to get rid of Punk, but you're starting to sound like a heel. He's like, you're starting to sound like a bad guy. He's like, he was like, I don't know what's going on. I just know you need to dial it in. And Seth goes, he's like, listen, I'm just trying to get rid of the bad shit around here. He's like, what you need to do is focus on beating Drew McIntyre. Because that guy was the one who attacked Jey Uso. You need to beat his ass. And Sammy goes, you know what? You're right. So I went to Adam Pearce earlier, and I got a match for Saturday night's main event. It's gonna be me versus Drew McIntyre. It's Saturday night's main event. And
Was it confirmed to be Drew, by the way?
no, it wasn't. It was never confirmed.
Okay.
So then Drew attacks Sammy, and they have a brawl, and that just sets up their match at Saturday night's main event.
Yep.
Which I was shocked. I was like, they added another match to Saturday night's main event.
I feel like that's a missed opportunity. Like it should have been that. That should have been like later, whatever. What should have been on the show is the tag team title match. That way you kind of screw over fucking Finn and whatever, since he's not defending the title and whatever, like that.
I
That type
think
of
because
thing.
they're doing it on NXT, they're not gonna do that. But
That is true too.
I was just shocked because like it's a 2 hour show and like I thought they were only gonna load it up with four matches, but it looks like they're probably gonna load it up with six.
Yeah.
So then we have Lyra Valkyria beating Ivy Nile and Zelina Vega. Now, here's the thing about that.
Hmm.
Lyra Valkyria goes on to the next round, and Zelina Vega after that was on Raw Talk, and she basically was like, "Listen, I don't know what to do. I'm done. I'm kind of done." And she just walked off, and people was like, "Oh my God, is she done with WWE?" And it's like she just re-signed a contract. Like I don't know what her new move is, but she's going to. She looks like she's going to switch up some stuff,
Yeah.
and I don't know what her next move is. Like I'm gonna be honest, I don't know what her next move is. I know she's going to switch up her character, and I don't know what that's going to lead to, but it's going to be a switch up.
I believe, and this just me, like this always seems to work in my opinion, heel turn. Because honestly, she had the most success as a heel. She was queen in the ring as a heel. She was one half of the tag team title champions as a heel. You know what I mean? Granted, she's had title shots, but as a face, but she's never won as a face.
So I'm okay with that, but I feel like there's way too many heel women on the show already. Like there's way too many heels on the show, and there's more like popping up. I feel like it's too much.
Okay.
So like if she switches up her gimmick and like becomes something different and stays a face, that would be more original than a heel
Okay.
turn. And speaking of heel turn, we have the New Day, and they're getting interviewed by Kathy Kelly. And Kathy's like, "Well, why did you do this?" And Xavier Kofi's like, "Yo, we're not going to tell you." And then Xavier steals the camera from Stu. He was like, "I don't care if you're John Cena's friend. Give me the camera." And he takes the camera and they go out to the arena. Here's a small thing that a lot of people didn't pay attention to, which was really good and cool. You know what happened?
What?
They went out to the ring with no music.
Oh yeah, I noticed that.
So you don't get, so they don't come out to their New Day music. They just come out to the ring. Here's the thing. They might be getting new music.
Yeah, like a whole new like thing, like background and all that shit. Titantron.
Yes. They come out to the ring and they try to talk to the people and everybody's booing. And the shit that made it so funny was like, we didn't even attack E. And they still booing. And Kofi goes, we could have hit him with a chair. And y'all, we didn't do none of that. And they just still was booing. They just was booing the fuck out of them. And he was like, you know what, screw this. And he just left.
So do they eventually attack E in like a pre-show or whatever?
No, they're not gonna attack E. But it was so funny that they just was like, we didn't even do anything. We just yelled at him. And everybody's like, boo. It's like, oh, screw this. That shit was hilarious.
It was.
Because, like, they gave commentary to the whole fucking crowd. And, like, they just kept getting booed out of the building.
That was like some Dominic shit.
Yes, it was like, I can't believe it worked that good. It
Yeah.
fucking worked. So, then we get to the main event. Raquel Rodriguez versus Rhea Ripley. Anything goes match. Main event of Monday Night Raw. And Rhea beats Raquel. Liv comes out. Io comes out. Rhea wins. And at the end, Io and Rhea both pick up the world title at the same exact time.
The
What did you think?
Ascension.
What did you think when they picked up the world title?
They're gonna fight eventually.
I thought as soon as that happened, I was like, oh my God, that's going to be a WrestleMania match.
Yeah, that would be an awesome match actually.
So, because of that, now let's go to our Saturday night's main event prediction.
Sir,
So, we don't know who's going to be in the U.S. title match. There's a rumor on who people think is going to be the person who wins it. Out of the four people that are left, which is Mia Yim, Tiffany Stratton, Bailey, and Chelsea Green, who do you see winning the U.S. title?
um, I'm going to go further in it. I think the finals are gonna be Chelsea and Mia, and I think Mia's winning.
Okay. I want I want Mia to win. That's who I want to win. And if she doesn't, I would be okay with Chelsea.
Yeah.
So who do you think is going to win between Drew and Sammy?
Mm, correct me if I'm wrong. The history is Sammy has not beat him, right?
Nope, he's never beat him.
So it's gonna be Sammy.
I feel like I keep holding on to this. I feel like when Sammy beats him, it's going to be either as the world champion or for the world champion. So I feel like that's going to be a thing because I feel like these long stories are going to play out in a lot of situations in the future. So I feel like Drew is going to win.
Yeah, you're right. Because Levesque does like the fucking long-term storytelling. So
Have the world championship match, which is the three-way between Gunther, Damian Priest, and Finn. Who do you think is going to win this?
I think it's Gunther, but I kind of want Finn to win it. But I think it's gonna be Gunther.
I want Finn to win it too, but I think Gunther's going to pin Priest, which is just going to set up a one-on-one for Finn versus Gunther.
Yeah.
Then we have the women's world title match, Liv versus Io. Who do you have here?
Like you said, pre-show, I mean, like go home show math and whatever. It seems like it's gonna be EO, so I'm gonna go with EO.
Um, okay, I mean, math wasn't always your strong suit, but okay.
It
So,
wasn't.
yeah, if we're going by pre-show math, then that means Liv is going to win because Io stood tall with Rhea at the end of the show. So, and she had the world title. So that means post-show math is looking like it's going to be Liv. And I have a weird feeling that we're finally going to get a story that I've been waiting on, dying on for the longest to get played out that night. I feel like we're going to get a story that if you've been listening to this podcast for a long time, you've known that I've been screaming about this story that it needs to be finished. There's one thing that needs to happen on the Liv Morgan Revenge tour, and it feels like this is going to happen because there's rumors of a certain someone coming back, and if that's true, insert that someone with Liv Morgan, and we finally get the end of the revenge tour, and we get the story finished.
Would it really be the end of the revenge tour? Because this person you're speaking of, right?
Mm-hmm.
She needs revenge on her too. So it the second chapter of the revenge tour, in a sense.
And then we have the main event, which is Kevin Owens versus Cody Rhodes for the WWE title. But, but,
But
there's more. Because on social media, on Twitter, Triple H posted a video. He gifted Cody something. He said, for one night only, you get this thing. And Cody was like, what is it? He gave him the key. Cody opened the box. It was a gold light. Cody just smiled, closed it, took the box with him on the Saturday Night's main event.
can we keep
And
it?
I, if I really hope, he said it's one night only, but I hope it's a revamped version. It's a revamped version so it looks the part. I really hope there's a revamped version. I hope so. Because if it is, boy, that would be great.
I think it will be. I think it definitely will be.
I really hope so. And since we're recording this before SmackDown, we don't have go home math. But I am sticking to this, and I believe that this is the right thing to do 110 million percent. I think this is the right thing to do.
Okay,
I think Kevin Owens should win that title.
100%.
I'm going with that, and that's my thing. He should win the title. And it would be so awesome. It would be so awesome on Saturday night's main event. They have the Wing Eagle. Cody comes out with it. He wrestles Kevin, and Kevin takes it. Oh, that
Could
would be
that be the
so.
way out to keep it?
I mean, it could be, but like I said, I don't know. I hope it's a revamp because they didn't show it. They didn't even allude to it. They just
Yeah,
said it's a thing. They didn't go any further, but I swear I hope it's a revamp. I really do, and I hope we get that. I I'm really I really hope that Kevin wins the Winged Eagle title and it'll blow people away. It'll make Kevin a bigger star. Like this whole heel turn would mean something. Like even though if he held it until Royal Rumble, it means something. It fucking means something. And like Kevin wins the title, he wins it on his own merit. It means something.
yeah.
So I would be so happy. Like I would be so happy. Like that would make so much sense.
I'll be happy for him, and I'll be happy for the fact that that particular belt is sticking around then. Because think about it. Not only does he have beef with Cody, but he has beef with the company itself. Triple H said, "No, you're gonna give it back after this match." If Kevin wins it, do you think he's really gonna give it back? Like, nah, fuck y'all. I'm keeping this shit.
Yeah, like that would be so good. Like I really hope that that happens. Like I can't wait.
Yeah, it makes way more sense for Kevin to win.
Yeah, it definitely does. It definitely
Yeah.
does. He needs it, and it feels like it would be the thing. It would be
Yes.
the thing that worked, and it would be great.
Yes.
It would be great. So that's that's the end of the show. We'll be recording after Saturday night's main event, which seems like it's going to be a nostalgia filled show because they're going to bring back a bunch of legends. They're going to do the walkout the same. They're going to do everything back from the day when Saturday night's main event used to be a thing.
It'd be fucking awesome.
Yes. So that's the thing. And we'll be back after that. So, any last words?
See you Saturday.